Hello, I want to give you a quick demo today of how to set up partition rollover in Enterprise Vault. This is the second video in a 5-part series of videos covering some of the different aspects of storage. What we need to do when considering partition rollover is we need to create a number of ready partitions. We need to think about which strategy we're going to use in order to do the rollovers. We need to make sure that the partitions that we define are in the correct order. And then we can actually do some rollovers. How many you will need to create will depend really on lots of different things, such as how often you plan to do a rollover and whether you intend the rollover to be a manual or an automatic process. In this example, we'll create 3 new partitions, like this. Here we need to make sure that the state is ready. And I'll now create 2 more partitions just like that one. The next thing we have to decide on is how we will do the rollover. There are essentially 4 options: manually, by date, by volume, or by date or volume. We'll see those in the VAC right here. Perhaps when we specify partition rollover to be based on time, we should set the first rollover to be on a particular date. For example, the 1st of March. We can then set other ones to be every 30 days or every 3 months. When specifying partition rollover by volume, you should remember that it's not the volume of the data we are putting on the drive or partition, it's the amount of space we have left. For example, 5% or 50 gig. I'm going to quickly now set up partition rollover for each of my partitions. Once we've done them all, we can amend the order by right-clicking here. Go into Properties, and then go into Partition Rollover. We can change the order, for example, to move this one up, we click the Move Up button. The last thing we need to do now is to perform an actual rollover. You can do this in the VAC by closing the current partition. But I'm not going to commit that. Let's look at the PowerShell command to do a partition rollover. When we issue the command, we're actually performing the rollover immediately. This command could easily be incorporated into other processes and procedures that you perform periodically. So I have shown you here how to do a manual rollover. In the real world though, you would want to set up the rollover to happen automatically based on the space available or the date specified. If we go back to the VAC now and refresh our list of partitions, you can see that the first partition is closed and we've rolled over to the new one. And that's it for partition rollover. In summary, what we need to do is to create some ready partitions, specify the order that we want the items to be rolled over to, define a strategy or stick to manual rollover. It's also worth mentioning that no new data will be written to close partitions, but the data on there will change over time as the files age and storage expiry is run. I hope that showing you partition rollover is useful to you. Thank you. Goodbye.